Hot 106, what up? It's Nick, afternoon show in studio with Tyla Yaweh.
What's good?
Welcome to Providence, Rhode Island, New England.
We out here, man.
A lot to talk to this guy about. First off, new single, I Think I Luv Her, featuring YG, produced by hitmaker Cash Money AP. So tell us about the song.
Prince Krishan.
Shout out to him, too.
I got to put him in there,
Shout out to him.
It's amazing, man. I love it. That was like a fun record. Did it in like 25 minutes. I was like kind of under pressure because it was like my first session. It wasn't my first session being around hitmaker, but they make so many hits so quick. I was like, yo, I got to make this one quick and make it easy, and ended up coming out with a hit. And then sent it over to YG. He sent it back less than a day. And it was amazing.
Yeah, hitmaker's on a lot of different records that we're playing right now. So what is that machine like being a part of it?
Oh man, I can't wait to make more with him. You know. He's actually gonna be hopping on the tour with us for a while because we're working on a little project for the tour, and I hope to make some more. Can't wait.
Speaking of the tour, we're gonna get to that with Post Malone, but I want to ask you about the music video for the single. We've seen some stuff on IG, so what can you tell the people about?
We just shot it like 2 days ago. Like I did a show in Buffalo, and flew out to LA for 24 hours, shot it, flew back, came to Boston, did the show, but. Me and YG, we killed the video. It was fun. It was a lot of twerking going on, though. It was in a strip club.
That's not a bad thing.
Oh, man. I couldn't be bored. I was tired, but I couldn't be bored at all. I was like, yo, so much booty everywhere. So I had to do what I had to do.
Tough day at work.
It wasn't a tough day at all.
The other song I want to talk to you about that's new, that's out, is Understand Me. A little bit of a different vibe, a little slower vibe than the more up-tempo first single we talked about. So what does this song mean to you?
It's like about a girl that... It's a real like situation. It's about a girl like I was kind of spoiling, and she was just ungrateful, didn't care about the stuff that I did, so I just gave it to another girl, you know? Gave the attention to somebody else. She just doesn't understand my lifestyle, doesn't understand me, and doesn't understand the things I do for her, so.
Is this something we're going to see where you just drop some singles? This is working up towards a project. What's the plan like for the rest of the year?
Well, we all working right now. I'm just constantly in the studio. We have a studio bus that's like following the tour, so we're just bringing like it's different producers, songwriters flying in, and we're just helping each other out and just coming up with different hits and stuff. But I'm working on like my project Heart Full of Rage 2. That's the next one I'm working on, and I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's gonna come soon.
On tour right now with Post Malone and Sway Lee. 2 nights in Boston. You were there last night. You're there again tonight. So what was that energy like? TD Garden is known as one of the best venues in the country.
But man,
what was that
every
like?
time I come to Boston and do a show, it's just like a rage fest, and it was amazing. It's like cool to see how many people know your music, like how many people come to your meet and greets and just show so much love and support. We had an after party. It looked like a concert again last night, you know?
That's what happens up here in New England.
Yeah.
We get music and we know how to party.
Yeah, you know how to party with it. You feed yourself with it and you enjoy it. And it's not like y'all listen to just any music at all. Y'all listen to good quality music and y'all accept that. So I appreciate it.
Facts. Now, being on the road with Post again this time around, a little bit bigger. What have you learned from him so far?
Well, we've been to Europe. We did Australia. We've been all over the world, I feel, with him, and it's just been amazing, like, to be a part of his career, and he'd be a part of my career too, because you know I'm his artist, and I get all his fans, and they all love me. And I love them too, so I like make sure I'm there for them, just like him. And he just teaches me how to just stay humble and just enjoy the moment, what's going on right now.
So you have you, Post Malone, and Sway Lee all on the same tour. You got to give us a crazy story, like what's happening behind the scenes.
Situations. What happens behind the scenes stays behind the scenes.
There's got to be some crazy story that you can tell us, though. I mean, the three of you together every night.
We were with Drake the other night in Toronto. Like, Drake just gave us the key to the city, partied with us. Like, it was cool to even have a conversation with Drake and knowing that he even know who I was. So it was like, it was enjoyable, and I'm just taking everything in and soaking it up.
That's all you can do right now. I mean, I saw the picture like everyone else did on IG with you posting Drake, and you look so pumped in that moment because you can kind of see what you talked about, like all of the things you've done leading up to that moment. It's paid off.
It's paying off, and it's like, yo, I even talked to Drake about Degrassi. I'm like, yo, I grew up watching Degrassi, and like, you guys changed our lives. I really wanted to go to Canada because of that show, and then now we go to Canada. We can't even walk nowhere, so. It's cool.
I've been able to talk to some artists that have been able to talk with Drake like yourself. Did he give you any words of advice? Did you ask him any other questions, Degrassi aside, about music?
Nah, he was just telling me, he's like, yo, I hear your music. Like, I get in the car, I hear a girl listen to your music. That's crazy. Like, you're pushing waves. I hear that you're performing so well. So that's all I can take in. Like, I'm like, that's all I need to hear. I don't need to hear nothing else.
Speaking of performing, this weekend you're going to be at Rolling Loud in New York.
Oh, yeah.
Huge music festival. So, I mean, it's a little different being outside opposed to inside at the Garden. What do you think about
that's
that?
not different because I was there from the beginning of Rolling Loud. Like, Matt and Tark, like, started, like, they helped my career, too. I used to sleep on their couches in Florida, in Orlando, go back and forth from Orlando to Miami. And they used to put me on every show. They had this company called Dope E&T. And every show, like Post himself, I opened up for Post because of them. A$AP Ferg, Joey Badass, Pouya, Fat Nick, Denzel Curry. I can name so many artists that I opened up for because of them, and they helped me build my underground fan base. Just like X and Wi-Fi's Funeral, like Smoke Perp, Little Pump, like they were there from the beginning. And I seen every Rolling Loud. It's nothing new to me. It's one of the biggest underground festivals ever.
So how cool is that now, watching the maturation of it along with your career, to be a bigger part of it this time?
I remember seeing it when Tark had the little whiteboard of like starting Rolling Loud, and the first Rolling Loud was a flop. It kind of like rained out in Miami, and it was Juicy J was headlining. Schoolboy Q was headlining, and A$AP Ferg was headlining. Seeing that from the whiteboard in his apartment to being now one of the biggest festivals, from going to Australia to being in Hong Kong to being in LA, New York, all this, like, these places is amazing, you know? I watched their dream come true.
So we saw it last night in Boston. I've seen it on YouTube at these festivals, but you mentioned Heart Full of Rage, the first album. What's it been like performing it and seeing the fans react to the entire project when you're on stage?
Oh man, it's amazing just to like hear the whole crowd singing my song High right now. Everybody sing, like even the new songs that I dropped, like it's like, dang, you guys know the song already.
Isn't that the craziest thing? Like you drop it at midnight and you perform it that night and everyone knows the words.
Like by the second week, the first week are like, oh yeah, we got it. It's in our head now. So it's a learning my manager says it's an education process, and I'm keep working it, you know.
So speaking of working, you've been in the studio again. I saw you mention that you in Detroit were with Big Sean.
Boy,
what was that like? What was that experience like with him?
Everything that's going on in my life, it was just like a thought, a dream. I watched Big Sean from the beginning of his career, like when he explained he being at a radio station rapping and Kanye pops up and he just comes up and just spits him a freestyle, and that's how he gets in touch with Kanye, you know? So like watching that and being in the studio with him and being able to let him know what he's did for my career, it was amazing, man.
You seem like a law of attraction energy type of guy, and so is Big Sean. Is that something that?
Yeah, everything is like the powers in the brain, you know. So I always, everything I think of, I make sure I try to bring it to life, and I always try to speak things into the universe that's gonna be good for everybody. You know?
I believe that too, and you can kind of see that happening right now with you in your career, the things that you're able to do.
And that's why I just show my fans, like, yo, you can do whatever you want. Like every show, I let them know, like, make sure you chase your dreams. Like if you're looking at me on this stage, why can't this be you in any aspect in life? You know, whatever you want to do, make sure you go do it and chase it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing.
So as we wrap up here with Tyla, we have 2 new songs out. We've got the big tour that you're on, Rolling Loud this weekend. What can your fans expect from you for the rest of 2019?
We're planning on my own tour, actually. I think I'm gonna start over in a different, like, in a different area. We can't really say it yet. I'm super excited about doing it though, but we're just ready to start touring myself. You know, selling my own hard tickets. So I'll be back in here giving them tickets away soon.